So thank you very much for the opportunity of being here and actually the invitation of being part of this group. My name's Adam Skali, and I do a bit of a retrospect like Carolina did to explain a bit of why I am here and how I ended up where I am. So I started as a researcher in biophysics, then went and had two startups, one for mental health for students, the other one for early dementia detection. And something that I noticed at that point is that there was too much that I didn't know about actually how healthcare works and how to actually make an impact on people. So then I literally took a year and a half off just to read. So I started with personal development, marketing, management, then went into psychology, human biases, and then I noticed that there was much more behind it. So I actually went into philosophy, psychology, history, and in the end ended up going to epistemology and risk assessment and mitigation. Because in the end, there is so much that we don't know that for any kind of decision, we always have to think of a risk assessment and mitigation. And something very interesting in the process is that you start thinking about systems and you stop thinking about a single solution. You start seeing that for any kind of innovation, you actually need many different stakeholders. And that actually led me to a concept where I agree a lot with Lars, which is on the importance of trust. Because in the end, any kind of innovation actually requires doing something that we don't know if it's going to work. And as such, requires trust because the different stakeholders actually have to invest in it until it actually makes some kind of change. So, long story short, I went through all of this, and now somehow a few organizations like the way I think. So I'm consultant and advisor and board member for a few of them, working innovation from Morocco to Spain to Switzerland and recently also China. And basically, trying to promote innovation and above all, collaboration between stakeholders. And the reason why I'm here, honestly, I like the name of the organization a lot. So that was one of the one of the reasons that actually motivated me a lot. And the other is, of course, as Carolina mentioned, the focus on understanding how we can limit the possible damages that can come from maybe relying too much on technology. An example that I like a lot about this is we just have to think about the Industrial Revolution. It was impressive. We have what we have today because of it, but we also have to consider how much damage it did to many people in the process. The people that had to relocate because the jobs were not stable anymore, the hunger that happened in many regions. For example, we have to think just about think the revolutions of the 19th century were mostly actually a result of the Industrial Revolution. So the idea is now that know that we are going to have to go through one of these changes, how can we limit the damages, and also how can we make the most of it?